Hi, this is George from the Return the King channel. I'm doing a very short video here to show you why in the next 2 weeks I think the rapture is going to occur. I'll do a more detailed video, hopefully in a couple of days here. What we just saw, we saw the blood moon in the constellation of Aries. That blood moon is telling the bride to get ready. I'm coming very, very soon. Now, what's going to happen here is the moon. The moon is key during the next 2 weeks as to the days that I'm looking at for the rapture to occur. Now, it could probably occur anytime during the 2 weeks, but there are days that are going to stand out here, and I'll show you why. If we go ahead here now, a couple days into the constellation of Gemini, which is on the 12th of November here, the moon is in the constellation of Gemini. And this character here represents Christ, and this represents the bride of Christ. So the imagery here in the heavens is that of Christ coming to get his bride. This also happens to be the exact same day that Noah enters the ark. It's the 17th day of the second month, and that's based on the civil calendar, and that would be starting in the fall. So we see here on the exact same day that Noah entered the ark to escape the judgment of God being poured on the world, we see in the constellation of basically Christ coming to get his bride, we see the same thing going on here. We're escaping the judgment of God. So that would be the next high watch day to come up here, and that's just in a couple of days. The next day takes the moon 7 days to move from the center of Aries to the center of Cancer. And Cancer represents heaven. So that would be the next high watch day. And then it gets even interesting here. There's multiple days here to be watching. I don't think anything's going to happen when the moon is in Leo. The next time, again, if there's a sign in the heavens, is when the moon enters a constellation of the bride. And especially when the moon enters in on the 21st here, because what the moon is, it's in the same location as Jupiter was during the Revelation 12 sign. And it's next to Spica here, which represents an ear of grain. And so you definitely have a harvest type imagery in the heavens. When I look in the heavens, I'm looking for a story. When Christ was born, there was a story in the heavens. When he dies on the cross, there's a story in the heavens. If there is a sign in the heavens and it appears in the next 2 weeks, this would be a really key. Anytime the moon is in the constellation of the bride, it would be the Christ coming to take his bride home. And the other interesting thing here when you're talking about imagery, as the moon is in the constellation of the bride, it's getting darker and darker. And we are the light of the world. And the light of the world is about to leave, and you see darkness here. And so what happens is, as the moon is heading into the constellation of judgment, now you have a very thin crescent, moves into Libra, which represents judgment. The moon goes dark because it's too close to the sun. And when it moves into the constellation of the Scorpion, the coming of the Antichrist, the moon is there's total darkness. So the symbolism here is of darkness coming to the world. The light of the world, the Christians have left, and now there's total darkness in the world. And it's exactly from Yom Kippur 2029, if we count back 1,260 times 2, that's 2,520 days. That would be the start of the tribulation from Yom Kippur 2029. And so you have this perfect imagery in the heavens for the start of the tribulation here. You've got the sun, you have Venus, Mercury, and the moon all in the constellation of the Scorpion, and the moon is dark at that time. It's darkness coming to the earth. So the story is picture perfect here in the heavens for the rapture to occur sometime in the next 2 weeks. So I'll be doing a more detailed video on this, hopefully in the next couple of days. If we're not raptured, maybe we get raptured before then, that would be great. I'm expecting it, though. The next high watch day is when the moon is in the constellation of Gemini. That's really in a couple of days from now. That's really high. And then back here when it gets into the constellation of Virgo. Everything looks picture perfect. Everything that's going on in the world is pointing to the tribulation to start very, very soon. And the story in the heavens also says that within the next 2 weeks, the rapture should occur. So I'll try and get the video out in the next couple of days. In the meantime, hang in there. God bless. Jesus is coming very soon. I'm super excited over the next 2 weeks. So hope to see you soon in the heavens.